Alright, we ready? Alright. What's up, guys? Bondfire here, and welcome to episode number 13 of 3-Bar Exploits. Oyster is out sick today because, I don't know, he's just not feeling well, so we wish him the best, and we also want to laugh at him because he starts school tomorrow. So, haha. Have fun with that. And we want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Strictly Business Gaming. Make sure you check them out on Twitter at SB Gaming or S Business Gaming, as well as check out their brand new website. It's great. You got to check it out. They just revamped it. So make sure you guys head over there. Link down below in the description. And also be sure to give us topics and check us out on Twitter and use hashtag 3Bar Exploits. We need guests every week, and we're always looking for topics. So if there's anything you guys want to see us discuss, make sure you hit us up on Twitter, as well as drop a comment down below. We'll read them and check them out. And today we have a special guest with us, Dreams. Go Dreams, go. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, on my channel, like once in a while I'll do a couple commentaries, but mostly I just do like editing in Sony Vegas, and I mean I also post like live comms and some Minecraft videos, and that's about it.
A notable thing is that my intro is actually made by this individual, so
yeah. So he does good work over there.
Good quality.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So some of the topics we're going to be talking about today, we're going to start with one of the best segments on 3-Bar Exploits, a fan favorite, Prison Talk, and then we're going to move into another Xbox 180 that happened recently, where Whackman's got a great random question for us. None of us know what it is, so we're ready for it. And then we're going to talk about the Ghost multiplayer reveal, because we've had a huge week in gaming, a great game that just released, PayDay2. And last but definitely not least, the GTA 5 multiplayer reveal as well. So there's going to be time descriptions down below in the links, so you guys can check out which your favorite segments you want to check out. So check it out, and let's get started with Prison Talk. Whackman, take it away.
Okay, so as we talked about last week, there are ways to manufacture, to make things in prison that you're wouldn't normally expect to be in prison or in jail. And one of them is alcohol. Now, there are ways to get alcohol, and remember, depending on your alcohol, you have to have a certain quantity. Like, one beer is definitely not equivalent to like one shot of whiskey. So your liquors are going to be your more favorite type of thing to take in because they're smaller volume, less to conceal, less to keep up with, and the containers are easier to dispose of. There are ways to get it in, depending on your facility. I'm not going to give you a tutorial on how to get stuff into prison. That would be a negative thing. So we're not going to do that. But it does make it in. Alcohol does make it. Total side. Alcohol does make it into the facilities, and that is what it is. However, you can make alcohol once you get inside, and it doesn't require this great big grandiose still. However, this stuff is nasty. I mean, it's biting.
A little moonshine, right?
It's really biting. I mean, it's not even as good as moonshine. This stuff is it's called buck. Is what I've always heard it referred to as buck, and it's drank out of coffee cups. Not true. It's they make it in a milk jug. That's what I was. Yeah, they make it in milk jugs. You use fruits mostly. It's kind of a derivative of wine. You use fruits, whatever kind of fruit you can get your hands on, and bread and water. And you add these ingredients. You're going to have the natural yeast in the bread and in the fruit. You're going to have the natural yeast in the bread, the flavor from the fruit, and then water is the liquid that you get to drink. So what it comes down to is you get a wine somewhere around 15%. If you can get a cook to cook it down for you, some kind of simmer pot, steam pot, and to actually distill it. Usually they don't go that far. They just make it in a milk jug and drink it. Now remember, when you're done with this, it's an unfiltered substance. So you've got goo from whatever apples or bananas or grapes, if you can get them, or you got the goo from the leftover remnant of the fruit, and then you've got these hunky gunky chunks of bread that are like terrible dumplings, and it's pretty. That doesn't sound good, and it doesn't taste good, and it doesn't smell good. But I guess if you need a shot of courage, to get your protein intake, then
Oh,
you get you some
I need a
buck.
shot of courage to drink
you
that.
had to bring back the protein.
I'm just saying, dude, it's nasty.
So I think you answered my question, but did you try this?
Oh gosh, no, no, that's disgusting.
Oh, okay.
That's terrible.
I thought you said yes, it was bad. So
No, I mean, you can. I've smelled it and looked at
Ah.
it, and it's like, to make an analogy, I've seen bad milk. I've poured out clumpy, gumpy, bad milk. There's no reason I should have to taste that to tell you that it's bad milk. And
Fair enough.
There's the analogy.
Fair enough.
So,
Yeah.
So it is clumpy like bad milk.
yeah, because the bread is still.
Oh god,
Oh,
that makes me sick just thinking
No,
about.
no.
like,
No.
how do you get that hard up for alcohol? Just, you know what? Do your time. When you get out, get whatever you want. But that's just.
Well, if you're like an alcoholic, I mean, you got that addiction.
Then you're not going to get enough, really, because you're talking about at least 3-week fermentation process just to get any alcohol, and it's not good enough to feed an alcoholic. They'll actually wind up having to go to the hospital, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I remember I think of a movie called Let's Go to Prison, and it's got Dax Shepard in it. The co-star along with him is actually a pretty popular guy. Anyway, the one of the guys that is supposed to be in prison with him there makes wine in the toilet or something, and I don't know how that works. I think that's just a movie thing, but the stuff that I saw was just bad. I don't know. That's what I
Wow.
got.
Wow. Well, there you guys have it. Prison Talk with Whackman, another wonderful segment. So, all right, let's move on to a very big thing that happened, and that is Microsoft pulled yet again another 180, this time with the Kinect. So they said that the Kinect is now not required with the Xbox One, so you can actually play the Xbox One without the Kinect, and I think this opens a lot of doors, but I want to hear from everyone else first, kind of some of their thoughts and impressions from this. Yet again, I think I saw a tally online. It's Xbox 180 number 4. So, well, let's go with Dreams. Dreams, what do you think about this?
I actually think it's a lot better. I mean, there's a lot of people that didn't feel like having the Kinect, but, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think much of it, like, I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but, like, there still will be a lot of people that would like that idea a lot better than just having the Kinect and, being without it, I guess.
Jazz, what are your thoughts?
I really don't think it matters all that much. Well, some people it matters. It'll probably get them more sales, but to me personally, it's not that big of a deal. Like, because I'm not. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm not scared of like people watching like my every move because the Xbox is always on, but I really don't care. I mean, if they, you know what I'm saying, I don't think it's that big of a deal. So.
I agree. To me, it's not that big a deal at all. The first of all, to clarify, the Kinect will still ship with the first console.
Day one editions.
There's huge speculation that in the future they will sell an Xbox without the Kinect. I don't think they will. I don't know. I don't see it happening because this is a two-sided thing. Developers don't make games for the Kinect because not everybody has one, and people don't buy the Kinect because there's no games for it. Well, they'll fix one side of that by saying everybody's going to have a Kinect. Please try to integrate it into your games. And there are, I mean, simple things that the Kinect can do that can make your gaming experience huge. Like take you deep into the menu system to change something. Like maybe you're in the middle of a game and you're I'm sorry, excuse me. Maybe you're in the middle of a search and destroy type game mode from any game, and you're trying to listen to the environment around you. If you could say Xbox game menu, game audio up, then that would be a great thing. If you could say Xbox menu mute player, and whoever it is that's talking right then muted, that would be awesome. There are ways to integrate simple commands that make the Kinect awesome. I think that because you can play it off, I think it's probably always that you could play with this thing not plugged in, but they didn't I think it's just another marketing fail. Now, maybe you did always have to have it plugged in, but I don't see why it had to see everyone in the room. I've always not understood why you can't just cover the thing up. My camera's still on, but you can't see me. That doesn't mean that the system understands anything differently. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my camera was always on. My computer knew nothing different, but you couldn't see me. And I saw no reason why from day one that was a big deal. It'll make people happy. I definitely agree with that. It's going to make people happy. What do we do?
See, I think they are going to sell a cheaper version of the Xbox without the Kinect, and I think that's why they did this move, because this is just my opinion, but I feel like PlayStation really got in their heads with their move at E3, and this is everything that we've seen is in response not only to consumer and gamer complaints, but also in response to PlayStation, so they can be competitive. And I don't like all these 180s, because I feel like it puts us back in the same generation but better hardware. That's all. And I was looking forward to seeing what Xbox is going to do with the digital distribution, with some of the Kinect integration, because it looked like you could do a lot of cool things. Granted, I'm not a big fan of the Kinect game-wise, but as far as, like you were saying, with like menu features and being able to adjust the volume and stuff just by talking to your Xbox, I think that's awesome. It opens a lot of doors, almost Minority Report type stuff, if you guys catch my reference there. But I think, like I said, they're going to have a $400 price point Xbox without the Kinect, and I think that just makes the Kinect irrelevant at this point, just like the PlayStation Eye. If it's not in every single household, if they do decide to do this, developers are not going to make games for it, and then people aren't going to buy the Kinect if there are no games for it. So it's that catch-22 with the whole motion sensors, just like the PlayStation Eye.
Oh,
so
coolio.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I also think that so you know how the Xbox One is coming with a mic? Well, if you get the Kinect, just in case your mic breaks, you can talk to in a Kinect right now, and the 360 has a mic, so just in case your original mic breaks, you can use the Kinect. But
no.
I mean, the quality of the mic isn't the greatest, but you could still talk to your friends over the Kinect too,
which is something that none of us here at 3-Bar Exploits condone, is the use of the Kinect microphone. Please do not do this. It is for emergencies only, to tell someone that your house is on fire and to call 911 for you.
No, my Turtle Beach chat cord went out, so I had to break out the Kinect, and I've been using that to play game battles with.
It's so annoying. It's so annoying sometimes.
Well, see, it's annoying, but see, the way I do it is I have my Turtle Beach plugged up, so I don't play game sound through my my TV, so I don't get an echo. So all you hear is my voice.
Well, makes it a little better, I guess.
Yeah. My Kinect mic is, superb. Okay, superb. It ain't no blue snowball microphone, but
I'm going to disagree with that. I mean, it probably does its job, but it can get annoying. Come on, let's be honest here.
But a lot of my friends, there are a couple people on my friends list that do have a Kinect mic, and I mean, they don't have a problem muting it every time they talk. So, they'll talk and then they mute it, because I'm like, all right, your mic's really annoying.
Cool.
All right.
Dreams, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Oh, wow.
You're there for 1 week. You got a couple days off on each side of it. Work and expenses are covered. Anywhere in the world, where are you going?
I have no idea. I'm trying to think. Probably go to I have no idea. I don't know. I'll just stay in the U.S. honestly. I'll just go to Florida or something. Cause when I was a kid, I go to Florida every week, and I would hang out with my cousin and stuff. So we used to be really close, but I mean, I don't go there that much anymore. But yeah, I'd probably go to Florida and just chill at the beach and stuff.
As you guys can all see, Whackmet is currently in Florida, out on the beach, enjoying some sunny weather.
Yeah. The glow of the sun.
He's trying to get his tan on. That's what he's doing.
It's not thunder that you hear in the background.
And there's no green
fuzz haze.
That's just his aura. He has an aura about him.
Yeah.
He got seaweed stuck in his head.
Yeah, seaweed.
When he went skinned.
That part didn't stay. That would have been fun. Florida. Any particular place in Florida, like Key West or Panama City Beach or? Palatka? No.
No.
Where are you going, Jazz?
Either like Europe, like just tour Europe, all the places around there, Italy, France, and all that, or Australia, and like hit the Outback and Sydney and all that good stuff.
Learn to play a didgeridoo.
Yes, dude, that would be really awesome. Just whoa, 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 and like, what gets better than that? I want to fight a kangaroo though.
You could
I want
argue
to see
that
if
that's
like
a dubstep
kangaroo.
thing.
Kangaroo
Right.
Jack, you want to fight a kangaroo?
Yeah, not like fight a kangaroo, but I want to see if like a kangaroo can really like box. Like, I feel like they could though. I feel like that'd be really cool. Like,
Go up to a
just to see a
and
kangaroo.
just punch it and see if it boxes. Yeah.
Yeah, see if it hits me back.
I think it would kick you first.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
You think it like drop kick me?
Yeah, you just like the first kick, you'd be done. You'd like crawl away.
I'm just envisioning an old school real Bugs Bunny cartoon where the kangaroo rocks back on his tail and drop kicks you forward. And
I've seen that episode. I know what you're talking about.
No, but yeah, something like that'd be cool. Like to Australia or like go some historical place in Europe.
That's so much light.
Well,
Where you going?
I get to toss up for me between. I think I would really like to go to Scotland and golf, because that's where golf was originated, if I'm not mistaken.
It's true.
And it'd either be there, or I would like to go to Sydney, Australia, just because I've always wanted to go to Australia. It seems like a really beautiful place. However, it has the world's most poisonous critters, and I don't like that. So
Yeah.
Scotland's looking a lot better.
Not only does it have the world's most poisonous critters, but it also has like the most shark attacks and most active shark populations.
I'm not going swimming in Australia.
Like, you can't
I'm
go in
good.
the woods. You can't go in the water. You can. I mean,
You go to the Opera House, and that's it.
the
Yeah.
Opera House,
Okay, going to Europe.
one of the
Go
wonders of the
Europe.
world.
But I don't know. Scotland just seems so beautiful and green. Or New Zealand would be cool too, because that's where they filmed Lord of the Rings. So
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know about
Go to the
critters, though.
Bahamas now. For some
Probably
reason,
have
like
a lot of the same critters, I would imagine. I mean, they're so close.
yeah, it's true.
Eh. Scotland, actually, I found out about a year ago or so that a lot of my ancestors actually come from Scotland, which is kind of
Nice.
cool. So I'd like to, get some research and go over there and actually feel a little more educated on it. I don't want to go to anywhere that's dry and sandy. So the Middle East is all kind of.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely
Over.
taking a vacation to Iraq.
oh yeah.
Definitely.
Gonna go to some mountains in Kandahar province. No,
Yeah.
but Scotland seems really cool. It's got the old world kind of, like, for a lot of Americans anyway. It's got an old world kind of appeal.
Yeah.
Europe, but cool.
Yeah, and I am a golfer. I enjoy going out there and golfing, so I think it'd be fun to play one of those golf courses.
I haven't golfed in years. Now, right down the road from me, there's a golf course that was built, and it was supposed to be one of the best in Florida. Like, it made like the top 10 list.
Wow.
Wildwood Country Club. You can look it up, but
I think I've heard of that.
it's supposed to be this really awesome golf course, and when it was built, it was beautiful, and they never got it. Like, from day one, it started going downhill. Just the
Really?
way they kept it up, the lack of people that showed up because they couldn't keep it up. Like, the very first tee is supposed to be a 90 to the left. That may be boring everybody with golf talk, but it was supposed to be a
Not
90
me.
to the left, and the outside of the track was supposed to be a water hazard, and they never could get it to hold water. And I mean, it's a really big water track too. So I mean, we're talking about like a 1 acre pond stretched across an arc.
Yeah, that's not good.
And so instead of just turning it into a sand trap, just saying, "Hey, we give up sand bunker for the whole thing," they just left it like this hard dirt stuff. So it was almost like hitting off of pavement or just packed ground.
That's
whenever
real
you
good
got
for your
into
clubs
it.
too.
There was no reason to try to stay in the fairway. You got just as good a lie on the dirt as you did in the fairway. Not completely true, but you know what I'm saying. So there never was it, but it's still a beautiful course. You can still go there. The 18th tee is right along the highway, and it's got some grass issues, but most of the course is just phenomenal.
Yeah. That's cool. Have you heard of a place called Bandon Dunes?
No,
That's like one of the top-rated courses in the country.
I can't
Well,
say that I have.
It's here in the lovely state of Oregon, and I actually volunteered for an NCAA tournament down there.
Hmm.
Basically, I just like took scores from all the players and stuff, but then I actually got to play for like a really discounted price. Like a round of golf at this place is like $150, and that's just one round. And like, we got like a super discounted rate. I think it was like $50. And there's no carts. You're not allowed to have a cart on the course. You walk all 18 holes. And it's traditional like Scotland in the sense that there's no fringe, so that's the really short grass right before you get on the green. It just rolls right up to it, and it was really hilly, but it's right on the beach. And there's 5 different 18-hole courses at this place. It's amazing. I'll have to show you some pictures sometime. But
There's 5 different courses in that course.
in Bandon Dunes, there's 5 different places to play,
Wow.
all along the beach. It's crazy.
Never heard of that. That's really
Yeah, look it up sometime, man. It's amazing.
It's got to be a giant golf course.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's tons. There's like tons of different clubhouses and stuff, and it's crazy. I think they're trying to campaign to get the PGA Tour to come there, but I know the women's PGA Tour comes to a place not far from where I am. It's called Pumpkin Ridge, but who follows women's golf?
What's the craziest thing you've done on a golf cart?
Golf cart?
I
Okay.
flipped one once, and I almost it was really bad.
Slung someone off the back of one.
Were you on 2 wheels?
Well, so I went to one of my friend's house, and he had one, and it was I don't know what he did with it, but he made it go really, really fast, and he had this dirt bike track that he obviously rides his dirt bike on. So I thought it was cool. So I went on the dirt bike track, and I literally jumped it 5 feet, then rolled over on the side. We both fell out before it landed on us though, so we were just so shocked. We didn't even know what to do. And then his dad walked out, and he was just like, "You guys are idiots."
Well, you probably lucked out on that one.
It was pretty scary. It was really scary actually.
So dirt bike jumps, right? Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about? Oh my gosh.
Dirt bike jumps in a golf cart.
That sounds awesome.
It was fun, but it was scary at the same time.
Wow.
Jazz, you said you flipped someone or
No,
knocked someone over?
it was kind of like a T in the street. So it was another street, and so we turned real fast, and there was some gravel there, and the dude got flung off. So we kind of slid the golf cart. He got slung off. Yeah, he was pretty screwed up for a couple days.
He deserved it.
Oh man.
I'm not
Well-
saying it wasn't cool. It sounds like it was fun, but he deserved it.
I would say I haven't flipped anything, but I was playing at this one golf course, and you're on top of a really high point where you tee off, and it's a par 3, so it's only 120 yards out, but it goes through this valley because it just drops. And the green is actually way down there at the bottom over just all this brush and stuff. And the golf cart path is just little tiny, it's literally as wide as a golf cart. And it's windy and super steep all the way down this valley to the green. And one of my best friends was driving the cart, and we called it Halo Warthogging it because we did not slow down at all, and we just were fishtailing around corners, and I'm holding on for dear life because he's driving.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because I'm sure there were some close moments in there, but it was a ton of fun. We ended up being safe. It was one of the coolest tees to hit off though, because if you get a nice shot, it looks cool because it just drops forever.
So
But-
the Tallahassee City Park has a 9-hole course. It's a really bad course, but it's $10 to get in. It's 9 holes. You can go and enjoy yourself and have a good time. Well,
Yeah.
me and a couple of buddies of mine get a cart, and here we go. We're just kind of splitting on who's riding on the back and stuff, and who's walking. And most of the time, somebody just walks. It's just whatever. 2 guys will hit this direction, one that direction. That guy walks. No big deal. So we're at the top of the hill, and we all hit the balls, and the one guy's walking. And so me and the other guy is the same size. I'm 6'4", and at the time I was 270. 6'4", 270. The other guy is the same size as me, maybe 6'3", 260. Big guy, both of us big guys. We get going down. I'm like, hey, let's do a 360 in this thing. It's gonna be epic. This is gonna now picture. This is the picturesque moment in the morning. There's dew on the ground that has not been run over yet. You the track, so it's just this pristine dew. It's nice. It's cool. We're in slacks and button downs. You know, nice golfing attire. And we get to going down this hill, and you get. It's a golf cart. It's not a modified golf cart. It's just a golf cart. So you get it peeked out to the governor, and you kind of lean one way, and he cuts the wheel. You know, we're leaning on the other side, and we cut, and he cuts it, and it turns 90 degrees and just falls over. There's no hope for this golf cart whatsoever. It just tips right over. So we're out. The reason that it tipped over is because we got in a really soft patch of mud. So we're out in the mud in slacks trying to pick up a golf cart, and you go to push and you just slide down. So now we've got mud all over our knees because our knees keep hitting the ground, and the golf cart's covered in mud, and we're covered in mud, and there's like clubs down the side of the hill. We finally get this thing stood up and upright. And we go down, and there's a little path. You have to hit over like a sewage drain, not sewage, but like a drainage ditch that you're hitting over. So you go over the little drainage ditch. We get over to the other side, and some guy's on another hole. He's teeing off. He's like, man, I'm one of the rangers here. Y'all need to finish up and go. y'all got to go. He didn't tell us we had to leave right then, but he's like, you need to finish up and leave.
Wow.
Okay, man. Why? And he just stares. He's like, really? Did you really just ask that question? You're gonna have to. You're covered in mud, man. Like I almost expected him to come back with a sarcastic retort of, "You no longer meet the dress code. No, you destroyed our property. You're trying to tear up our golf course. You're trying to tear up our golf course. No, you just no longer meet the dress code." And he didn't say it, but it's almost like hoity-toity. That's what he was thinking. But
What hole was that?
oh, 5 or 7.
So you guys were almost done.
Something like that. Well, I mean, it's only 9 holes, and
Yeah. I wasn't sure if that was like right in the morning, like hole number 1. You guys decided to pull it off and be muddy the whole way.
No, it was. There was like there may have been I don't know 2, 3, 4 holes left, something like that. It's a 9-hole course, so
Yeah.
oh well.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
It's a good thing
question.
we didn't get ghosted.
Huh. Speaking of ghosts, bum bum bum. I am lacking on the Google effects here. Give me a second, gentlemen. There we go. Tuesday was a very big day in the gaming community. We had the Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer reveal. I'm sure we've all seen countless YouTube videos of it. I know I've got one. I know Wackman's got one. So go check those out on our channels after you're done watching this wonderful podcast. But let's talk about Ghosts, because we saw a lot of things. There's a lot of innovative things within the multiplayer, and we kind of want to give some of our impressions. So let's, Jazz, what do you think? What do you think of it?
I honestly think, so far from what I've seen, it's going to be one of the most skill-based Call of Duties so far. And,
can you elaborate on that just a little bit?
Like, I think some of the features that they have in it, like the sliding and the new mounting system, or jumping over stuff, whatever you want. I forget.
And how you can like look over the
Swiftling.
Oh, like
the
lean.
lean. Yeah.
Well, see, I don't think the lean's going to be that much of a feature though, because it. I watched a T-Mart video on it, and he says that quote unquote it automatically does it, so it's not like a button combination you do, like you go up to the wall and you lean. Which, honestly, I think could get you killed sometimes. You're trying to sit behind a wall, but your person's leaning.
Yeah, true.
So, I don't know how that feature's going to work. I think there is probably a button you can push for that. But I do like how when you're mounting, you can shoot. Like, if you're jumping over something, you can hip fire. And while you're sliding, I think the new slide feature is going to be really great. Because you can imagine, like, sliding through, like cross some way and shooting down like a hallway or something. Like, I can just see that. I feel like that'll be such a great feature.
What's the movie? Oh,
I'm thinking
Business?
like, I don't know.
Risky Business. You see Jazz doing that with his AR, doing the Risky Business slide.
just sliding
Tom
down like
Cruise
the
eat your heart out.
sliding down like the terminal hallway, just firing. I just think that'll be such a great feature because I mean it can get you in and out of areas, out of situations. So it's going to be skillful. Like when do you want to slide? You can slide to get in a
Especially
situation.
when you're playing cranked and
Yeah.
it's a fast game mode, you don't want to be in the middle of a huge firing range where everyone's just
I
firing
know,
at
just
each
slide
other.
right through, hip
So you
fire,
can just,
dude.
jump
Get out of
over,
there.
slide through here, and then just go and shoot them.
Yeah, I mean, dolphin diving, yeah, it was cool, but it didn't really have any
It
practical
didn't help
effects.
that much. It didn't.
Yeah, but sliding you can actually shoot while you could do it. Like if you could have shot while you were dolphin diving, yes, that would have
That
been
would
great.
be cool.
That
Now
would
wait a
be
minute.
But-
You say it has no practical effect. I know for a fact you have a video where you montaged in some dolphin diving to a kill.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got a
I don't
sniper
think I
video
did.
where a guy did like a dolphin dive off a building and shot somebody when he hit the ground.
I'm gonna consider that a plug.
That's a plug.
Okay,
Right.
anyway, but I don't think it really has that many practical effects compared to sliding, which will have a lot more. Some other
Fair
things I like about the game,
Scoreboard
kills-
thing.
the scoreboard is nice. How it's on the side. I just think it looks like a better game than some of the other ones, and that's because of the new interfaces and stuff that they have. I'm really interested to see how the perk system's going to work out. I think that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But we don't know much about that, so we're just going to have to wait and see. I did watch one video that said there's like 7 different or 5 different perk groups, and each one specializes in something like movement, stealth, and all that. But apparently there's one specific perk that with each kill that you get, your bullets do more damage. It's like what's the perk from COD 4 that makes your bullets stomping power, and from Modern Warfare 2, stomping power.
Oh, stopping power.
Yeah, it's similar to that, but your bullets do the same. Like right off the bat, your bullets do the same amount of damage. But as you get more kills, like you get one kill, your bullets do a little bit more damage, and then you get another kill that they do a little bit more. So, but
like it.
I guess that has
seems
like
it'd
a-
be incredibly difficult to balance.
yeah, I
Yeah.
bet it has like a cap on it, like certain amount of damage that they do. But I'm kind of interested to see how that plays out. Like I was kind of iffy about it. I'm kind of iffy about it now. Like, will it be OP or whatnot? But
And for those of you that don't know, OP is overpowerful. if I'm not mistaken.
overpowered.
Overly
Overpowered.
powerful. Yep.
Yeah.
It'll probably definitely be balanced. Some of the game, but it is 5 points, and you only have 8 points to use on perks apparently. So
Oh,
if
yeah,
you
it's
get
one of the higher
that,
ones.
if you get that, then you can only get a few other pretty bad perks. You know what I'm saying, or not so good perks. So
Yeah.
it just depends.
Well, what, man?
I don't know. I was extremely impressed with what I saw, but I kind of always am. And these guys don't write for Microsoft. They actually know how to make a product look good. Bazinga. So the thing is that you can go watch all the information you want to about this
Yep.
game, and half of it's going to be wrong. Now,
I hope so.
I hope not, but the other thing is the way things fluctuate and change, and as soon as something comes out and is the most awesome thing in the world, it's patched and it's no longer that. The PDW was supposed to be the best gun in the game when Black Ops 2 came out, and it was an awesome gun. It's not anymore. It's a good gun, but that's it. It's just good. And I guess to be competitive day one, you need to know all of these things, and you need to watch every video you possibly can on it. I like the surprise. I love the way Bondfire put it. There's no surprise anymore, and I kind of want a surprise.
Yeah, that's what I like. I don't know. It's kind of disappointing to see all the Well, I mean, if you think about it, Ghost is still in beta, so all the quote unquote amazing things we're seeing might be getting rid of. Like that. I said that weird, but I don't know. I really like the fact that say you wanted to snipe. This is so random. Say you wanted to snipe, and I like how instead of just being a whole black screen, it's just like you could see around
Dual
you.
rendered.
So say like someone's shooting on the radar, like behind you, you could like turn around and scope in and kill them instead of just. But I don't know. That was so random.
That's a pretty good feature. There's lots of really good small features.
That helped the game.
that they
Those
have.
are small features that make the game a lot better than.
Yeah. How about you can be a girl?
Yeah.
How
Oh,
about-
I don't really think it matters whether you.
Customization is going to be awesome in this game. I really do think
Yeah,
with the new
that looks
squad
really cool.
system.
Like,
I really am disappointed that they're taking out prestiging though.
That's modifying.
Well,
it. I don't know that they're taking.
Yeah, I
it
think it's
out.
modifying it. You're right. That's a good way to put it.
A lot of people didn't like that, so I don't know. I love the fact that you can play as a female. I thought that should have been there for a really, really long time. There's no reason you could not have had a female avatar. I mean, just make it one of the things that from the beginning, whenever you sign in under your profile, you are gender specific to whatever. Maybe
Yeah.
you never get to choose, or maybe every time you prestige, you have to play. You could do it at that point, and you say you have to play this whole prestige as a female because maybe the console was limited in what it could do, but you could have made this a function a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that it's going to add a whole new level of sexism, and there's going to be a whole new level of racism.
Yeah.
With the ability to customize, just because some people are that stupid and that mean.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
think
true.
that it will
That's a
be
good point.
nice in that if I can make a player that looks like Bondfire, I'm gonna make one that looks like Bondfire because I want to be able to dance like a mad cat on his like he did on his last video.
Yeah.
Play.
Also, there was some other stuff like you can customize your actual like characters, what they're wearing and stuff.
And and I heard that there's like so many different combinations.
Yeah, there's like over 2,000 different combinations. but 20,000 combinations. I know how to do in it, and like
That's
each
a lot.
one, like each one determines like what you can do. Like if you have, like big, heavy, like flak jacket type clothes on, like, or if you're a bigger guy, you can take more or like more explosive damage or something, and you run slower. Or if you're like a skinny guy with like a skinny build, you run faster or
How
something
about
like that.
if you're wearing shorts and a t-shirt, then you get cold on an ice map, and your teeth chatter.
Yeah. So you can't shoot correctly, like your screen shakes because you're so cold.
It takes you
That'd be kinda
forever to
cool,
throw
actually.
a grenade, and every third grenade you throw, you drop.
Nice.
9 bang flashbangs.
But you only get one
Junk.
or two grenades.
Each life, you need to come back to life. Like,
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I
Martyrdom.
gotcha. One thing about this new movement, the hurtling over objects and sliding and tilting. For one, tilting, they did say it doesn't require any controller features, so I think that's going to be useless in this game. No one's going to sit there unless there's a head glitch associated with it, like there is in some Black Ops 2 maps where you're peeking over and they can't shoot your head. That's going to be annoying, but other than that, you're always moving. You're not going to be sitting around looking around corners. With the sliding, that's going to be the new drop shot, in my opinion. I feel like everyone's just going to be running,
true.
sliding, hitting down to prone, and going to kill you, and it's just going to... Codfire is going to come out when that happens. With the hurtling, come on, you're just trying to be like Battlefield. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they started to turn into Battlefield
honest.
since like the kill feed on the top right. That's always been Battlefield, and they've always had the kill feed on the bottom left. So it's just like, oh,
Ooh, I will say one thing, because I think it was on IGN. They asked them about dedicated servers, and which Battlefield has, and a lot of people want in Call of Duty. I think it'll compensate for the lag and all that. I don't know, but they didn't comment on it. So I don't know if they'll do it, but I think they have something up their sleeves regarding the lag compensation and potentially having dedicated servers.
I thought they had to have dedicated servers. I thought that was a Xbox One requirement.
Could be. I mean, it could be that they have on the Xbox 360. They have, it's like it is now, but on the Xbox One, it'll have dedicated servers. Maybe that's why they didn't say anything. I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know. I was under the impression all Xbox One games would be played through dedicated servers. I may be wrong. It may
Great.
just be bunk, but that's what I had thought I had understood.
Yeah.
And if it's true, that means they'll probably 180 it, and none of them will be played on Xbox dedicated servers. But,
Oh man.
I think that if dedicated servers fixes the problem, which I've actually heard a couple of tech people say that it won't fix the problem.
Yeah.
If that fixes the problem, that would be supreme. Because what
Yeah.
is killing Call of Duty is the inability to play the game.
Yeah.
If you're going to make a competitive game where you can die in less than 1 second, then you need to have the smallest amount of latency that you can possibly have so that you
Yeah.
have the most equitable gun game that you can possibly make.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a really good point. Really good point.
How about that Call of Duty Ghost? It's going to be on the MLG Pro circuit already, so competitive gaming's coming back, which I think is a good thing.
Did you notice they did not say the word codcaster?
Yeah, well, they took out theater mode.
They did?
Wow.
Yeah, apparently they took out theater mode because
Wow.
so on Black Ops 2
That's-
and the first Black Ops and Modern Warfare 3, I think, yeah, Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 2 all had theater mode, but apparently the hit detection in those games, it screws up, like, it screws with, like, hit detection and stuff.
That's like really bad for like people.
I honestly
that are
don't think
making
it's a
that.
bad thing,
Well,
though.
no, I mean, like, say you missed a gameplay and say you weren't recording at the moment. You got a really good game. You could put it in your theater mode, go back to it, and record it instead of always having
Yeah.
to record just in case you get
Well,
a game.
if you have an Elgato, you can
You-
flashback record.
Well,
You know,
Like,
to be-
now
but-
capture cards have those abilities. Like,
but I mean, a lot of people like myself, I have an HD PVR, and then I'm just gonna stay with it. I don't want to buy a whole nother recorder. I know it's a lot better, but I'm just saying, like, I just think it would be easier if they had theater mode, so you wouldn't have to worry about recording all the time.
You know, I'm not trying to call you out, but I think that's just an element of laziness. If you're not recording every game, then you missed it. Too bad. So sad.
Yeah,
Sorry.
true.
that's how
I
it used to
mean-
be back in like MW2 and COD 4. Like, you had to record everything,
Like,
and you just delete it.
I played a really great game of Payday the other day. We did a specific mission in a couple of minutes, and we did it silently. I would love to have had that recorded, but I didn't have my recording on, and that's just one of those things where I go, you know what? I'm going to not do that again.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning to record. I was just gonna chill, you know, no big
I mean,
deal. But
Yeah.
I missed
do
out
that
on
as a
that, and now
YouTuber.
you missed out on that because I wasn't vigilant enough in my gameplay process. And if this is what I do, I should be more vigilant in it. And
Yeah.
so, you know, if theater mode's not there anymore, it brings on one more layer of responsibility for the YouTuber.
Well, see,
Well, I was gonna say I think that one of the reasons they're not doing it is because on the new consoles they both have their own quote unquote HD PVRs to record gameplay. So I'm assuming people are going to be more reliant on that. Who, you know, maybe you miss something. Well, oh, my PS4 or Xbox One can just record that real quick. Let me go grab that footage. What I was gonna say, one of the biggest things I think taking away from not having like the shoutcaster stuff or whatever you guys want to call it, they didn't say anything about league play. That's not in here, and I know that's a huge part of the competitive community. I mean, I don't partake in that, but I know I know Oyster does, and I think Jazz, you do as well.
yeah.
And that's huge, and it's not here in Ghosts as far as my understanding goes.
Well,
You know, another thing that they did was that they've got all these new game modes. I didn't see it, and I haven't been looking for it. I wonder if they got rid of hardcore.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
Hardcore.
I didn't see
That's
hardcore.
a good
Like,
interesting.
they probably have not. It's just in a different.
Yeah, I don't
playlist.
think they
They
have.
just
Do you
haven't.
realize
It's
that
gonna-
the hardcore community is the smallest community?
It-
Yeah.
And the percentage of people that play hardcore is like 25% of it's not even that much. It's like 20 or 15% of all of Call of Duty players play hardcore, and then you have because I'm a hardcore advocate, man. I really enjoy
I think it's
it.
fun.
It's
Yeah,
a
my
lot of fun.
my
But
my dad has an Xbox and he plays, and that's all he does is play hardcore. And like, I'm pretty sure if they just took hardcore out, he'd go into a game and be like, "What the heck?" And, like, takes this many shots to kill someone.
There's a learning curve. There's a huge learning curve, but I think that people would adjust.
Oh yeah.
I don't know of any other game type, including Battlefield. Do you have hardcore in Battlefield?
I think they do
yeah,
have it,
yeah.
but I've never
Yeah,
played
they
it,
do.
to be honest.
Yeah, they
with you.
do.
Why would you want to play that?
Battlefield or hardcore?
It's-
Oh, I see where you're going with that. I see what you're doing.
You see what I did there? I don't know. I didn't see it. I would be interested to know what they do. I know that one of the problems they have with hardcore is that connectivity is an issue. So the less people you have playing, the worse the issue is. The worse the gameplay is. So the less people play. Maybe they've got it all fixed and they're confident they can do it because they're confident that they can do good games because they added 7 new game modes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to add 7 new game modes to core, I would expect at least one of those to filter down to hardcore. And I would think, especially cranked, because they're really pushing this game mode, which I have no interest in, by the way.
I mean, it looked cool, but I
think
really,
it's stupid.
I don't think
I
I'm
think
gonna like go and play it.
Yeah, I think it's a good game mode, but I
Go,
probably
your
won't.
camera is all...
Yeah, what happened to you, buddy?
It
There
would
we
be-
go. I can see your face now.
All right.
You're like blurry.
Yeah, I think it's a good game mode, but I probably will not play it at all.
I'm gonna play it. I think it looks pretty cool.
I mean, I'll play it
Um,
once in a while, but
Yeah,
I don't know. It looks like it'll be really fun. It's definitely going to be stressful, and it's definitely going to be
Mhm.
a lot of rage. And again, Codfire will come out. But the other game mode that they showed, so they only showed 2 of 7, but the Search and Rescue, because I love Kill Confirmed. It's like my favorite game type that I typically play on Call of Duty, and mixing that with
Search and Destroy.
Search and Destroy,
yeah, I think that's really cool.
I think that'll be pretty cool. And
I guarantee you
'Cause,
that
like,
game
the fact
will be
that
on the pro
Say
circuit.
one of your teammates died, you could go collect his tag. He'll come back to life. Like I think that's
Yeah.
really cool.
Come on.
But
yeah,
at the
I
same
think it
time,
adds a
though,
level of
camera.
strategy to it as
The-
well.
Well,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
adds a brand new like it's basically
No?
a brand new turn on S&D and makes it
Yeah.
a lot more strategical because it already is. It's already predicting your enemy's move, but it just adds a brand new I can't think of the word, but a brand new kind of like a variation on that, which is pretty cool. And I guarantee you that game type will be on the pro circuit when Ghost is.
Well, and I think I heard this somewhere that I think they might have removed Hardpoint, which I know is a competitive
Yeah, they did.
game type.
They did.
That's-
removed CTF
That's
too.
interesting.
They moved Capture the Flag.
And Capture the Flag?
Yeah, there's a new game
What?
mode called Blitz now. Basically, it's similar to It's like Hardpoint and CTF mixed, where your base moves around the map. Okay, each team has a base.
I
And-
called that! No, I have a video. I have a video where I made... I talked about making that.
Well, the thing is,
that's cool. I'm sorry,
what happens is
screaming.
it moves around basically it's kind of like 2 bases and they move around the map and they're in different places, and how you score is you have to get in the other person's base, and that's how you score. But it's not like if 2 people run to the base they don't get 2 points. It's like they score and then you have to wait 20 seconds for the base to reset, I guess. So I guess they can kind of make it like CTF a little bit more clutch. It's CTF without having to run the flag back to your base, and you have to move around.
It sounds cool, but man, Capture the Flag, it's fun. It's not my go-to game. Wow, I just read the chat, but it's not my go-to game. But it's and I mean, so to me, they're supporting the whole competitive gaming and MLG circuit, the Call of Duty championships. Well, but they took out 2/3 of it.
Right.
So
I
I
think
think
they
I'm not a
should have
call
CTF.
competitive guy. but-
Hardpoint
I think
just got
they
in.
should have. Yeah,
Hardpoint just got in. So it used to be Search and Destroy
and CTF only.
and CT. No, there was something else, wasn't there?
No, there wasn't. There was only
Domination?
Domination was in for
Domination?
Black Ops 1.
I want to say Domination was in the hardcore circuit. This is where we need Oyster. To
Well,
clarify these
Oyster.
things.
In Black Ops 1,
Comment down below. Let us know.
Yes.
in Black Ops 1, it was Domination, CTF, and Search and Destroy. In MW3, which wasn't on the pro circuit, the MLG pro circuit, but it was over in Europe and stuff, like EGL and all that. It was only S&D and CTF.
Hmm.
There's no Dom. So
All right, I just think it's interesting.
I think they should have at least kept hardpoint. If they would have put if they're gonna put this blitz game type in, they should have kept hardpoint or CTF. I'm fine with search and rescue coming in because it's basically it's another take on S&D. It's basically the same game type, with a little bit of a twist. But there's, blitz seems like hardpoint and CTF combined to me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's players. All the pro players are gonna have to revamp their new strategies. And this is what I don't like pro players when they're all constantly switching teams, and so that's what's going to bring about now, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be switching teams again, and it's going to be like that for the first 6-7 months of competitive gameplays and whatnot. But
that's one of the problems with pro teams and pro gaming in general is that if there's going to be a season. And you want to call season starts in November because that's when most of these games come out. Not just Call of Duty, but that's when most of your AAA titles come out. It's in the fall. So if you want to say just give any season a starting date, then make a player stick to a roster. Make the roster
make them trade. Make them trade.
No, yeah, they can trade from
one team to another, but don't just
from
completely
June
drop
to,
off.
or from I guess if it's going to begin in November. So how about they can trade from August to November? You can trade anybody you
trade
want.
Deadline.
Other than that,
That'd be
then
cool.
what you're going to need is a tournament
really
system.
Cool.
You're going to need divisions and. Go ahead.
I think that's a great idea. I mean, if you obviously they want to make competitive Call of Duty more like a sport and recognized as a sport and generate that type of revenue. That sounds like a great idea, and I like the idea of making people stick to a roster because then you get all these, as Oyster would say, hashtag drama alerts going on. You stop that and you make it more professional and more respectable.
And that's the problem with teams is the teams that win have chemistry. I'm not an Optic fanboy, but if you look at them, 3 of their players have been together since the beginning of the first Black Ops, so they're used to playing with each other. They know how, they play, and they can add one person in no problem, and they're still good. That's why they placed top 3 at every event they've been to this year. I mean, not because they're the best, because they have chemistry. That's probably the biggest thing about their team. Plus, they're really good on top of that. But
arguable, I guess.
Yeah, but I know there's. I was watching last night. It was I don't know what exactly the tournament was called, but it was Counter-Strike and Team Fortress 2, and it said season 9 of this whatever, and I looked into it, and it's they actually have tournaments that they play in, and each one is they get so many points, and at the end they play on a bigger tournament.
I got a question. I played Counter-Strike in high school in the computer lab in high school. And
I do that too.
Hey, you don't need to date yourself. Let's move on.
This was in a really long time ago. How long has this game been out?
Long time.
Well, they've come out with different various the.
No, the game. When did the game come out? Because World of Warcraft came out 10 years ago, and it's had a bunch of stuff added to it. When did?
I think it was even before that. I think it was a year or 2 before World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but they had the original Counter-Strike, but now they have Counter-Strike Global Offense, which is a completely different.
Could COD last that long?
Has it not? It's already lasted a decade.
No. Call of Duty comes out every year. A new game comes out.
Oh, are you talking about one game lasting that long?
Yeah, you can't just go back to
I get
Modern
bored
Warfare
of Call of
2
Duty.
and succeed the way you played Call of Duty now.
I see what you're saying. No,
So it is a different game because the guns are every bit of the balancing is different. So
sure.
Could a COD last that long?
No.
One specific
if they
title.
did it Counter-Strike, if they World of Warcraft where they add different add-on packs, but they're bigger add-on packs.
Well, I think World of Warcraft's a terrible example because that's a different genre. It's an MMO.
Well, yeah.
So that's.
I don't really I don't really know people who play Counter-Strike, so I'm not too familiar with it. I play it, like you said, in the computer lab at school, and that's whatever. But I don't know, it's I don't think Call of Duty could last that long, but I don't understand why Counter-Strike has lasted that long either. So
Look at Team Fortress 2. That's lasted a while as well, and that's an old game. I think that came out in like 2006 or something, and people are still playing that.
I think the biggest thing to do with that is, one, it's free to play. So I've even like played that just because it's free to play.
Yeah.
That's one big part of that.
I want to say one more thing before we move on about Call of Duty Ghosts. You talk about the dual rendering sniper scope, and I think it looks really cool, but is that a cure for quick scoping?
Yes.
Thank God.
Yeah, it literally looks like you whenever. So I was on FaZe's channel the other day because I saw that they posted a sniper gameplay. So I was like, oh, all right, I'll click it. So I click it, and like, he literally had to hard scope every kill. He could not quick scope because whenever he quick scoped, it was so weird. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying like, it was just weird to scope in like that because it just like it comes up in a different way than everyone's used to quick scoping and stuff. So I think it definitely like toned down quick scoping. I don't know if it got rid of it completely.
It'll take more skill to do it.
Yeah, it would take a lot more.
What I've heard is that it takes so long to zoom in anyway.
Yeah.
Like the ADS time is so much longer that it's effectively killed it and taken it out. Is that a bad thing?
No, I think that's so awesome because it's going to make people play different. It's going to make you, if you want to snipe and want to use a sniper rifle, you actually have to do what a sniper does. Post up somewhere, not necessarily camp because you don't need to camp, but hold down a certain area, look in both sides. This will actually change the gameplay, which is something I think is good. You need to revamp the gameplay, which the new engine arguably does that, but I don't think it does. But this is good news. I just got to give this an applause over here. That is awesome.
Well, there's one kill streak. There's one kill streak.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, like you're up in a helicopter.
You're up in a helicopter. Yeah,
I saw that.
Cool.
And it's a kill streak, which would be pretty cool, I think.
But speaking of like more realistic sniping and staying in an area, that's like free for all. Say you wanted to go play free for all and snipe, you'd have to stay in one area in order to like you can't really run around in free for all. I mean you can, but you usually have to stay in one area because they usually spawn all around you, so it's kind of hard to
That's a good point. But I don't think it'll be as effective using that sniper rifle because you can't pop someone like a shotgun.
The thing is, the way that the sniper rifles are being used is an abomination to the game anyway. I mean, they may as well go ahead and take it. Instead of calling it sniper rifles, call it an all-or-nothing rifle. All-or-nothing gun. Because, I mean, that's what you're going for, isn't it? You're either going to get a kill with the first shot, or you're not.
Yep.
That's effectively what it's going for. Instead of, like, hiding under a rug and trying to shoot through a mouse hole in the door frame, under a bus, maybe ricochet off of a soda bottle.
The thing about snipers that I also like that they improved in Ghost is that in all the other Call of Duties, whenever you use a sniper, like, so the other day I was using the L11, I went back to Modern Warfare 3, I got bored, so I was using the L11. I shot someone straight in the chest, I got a hit marker, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, it's a sniper rifle, you just took a bullet right in the chest. And like Ghosts,
that hurts, man.
And I know it's like,
that?
and then he kills me in like 2 bullets with like a light machine, like with a submachine gun like halfway across the map, and I'm just like, all right, so you take a bullet and then just kill me and like nothing. So like I was saying in Ghosts, I think that they improved that, like you don't get as much hit markers as you usually would in the other Call of Duties. So
the SVU's coming back.
SVU.
Yeah, but I mean the what do you call it? The MP7 came back in this game from Modern Warfare 3, and that didn't mean it's nearly the same gun.
Yeah, the MP7
I think
was
those
really
kind of
good.
sniper rifles are just annoying, though.
Yeah. Well, they're hardcore rifle. That's the rifle you take to hardcore match.
Yeah.
But what I don't understand is why you've got 4 sniper rifles. You should have like one opinion. You should have one for core and one for hardcore. This is a one-shot kill gun and core, and this one there's
like
and then there's one for hardcore as well, or make it just one sniper rifle, because what's the point in having one that kills with torso and head only, and one that kills with shots everywhere, and one that only kills one shot with a headshot? And this is ridiculous. The point of having it is a sniper rifle, because there's not enough variation in the other things about this gun to make you care about the rest of it. Like, why did you have the ballista? You had that gun so that you could have iron sights.
Yeah.
Okay, well they're gonna have a whole new class for that now.
Yeah. Now, yeah.
Kind of.
Now that they
But
have. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
I've never understood why you needed 4 sniper rifles in Call of Duty. What you're going for is that shot. I guess in Modern Warfare 3 it was the L186 or
11.
something.
Oh, yeah.
1186 or whatever, and then before that, what was the one in Black Ops? Because I never knew.
L96.
L96.
Oh,
I always
yeah,
used
yeah.
the WA 2000 because I was a hardcore player back then. So
Yeah, that. Then there was the other one too. What was that other one in
The
Black Ops?
PSG.
Yeah.
oh, that one was terrible.
Yeah, that's scoped in like.
So
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah. Black Man, take us away. What's the next one?
The best game in the world right now is Payday 2. You heard it right here
Heyo.
from a COD fanboy.
Whoa. COD fanboy?
That's what,
What?
if I'm gonna get accused of it, I'm gonna own it, baby. This is mine.
That's right.
So, Payday 2 is the bomb diggity. It's we're gonna wrap this up, and I'm gonna go somewhere. And when I come back, I'm gonna play all night. So, Payday 2 is where it's at. There's some huge problems with this game. I got a video that's gonna be coming out about that in the future, but it's fun. It's tons of fun.
For those of you that don't know about this game, you're on a squad of 4, and you're bank robbers. So you go and you steal stuff. You rob banks, you rob jewelry stores. You're criminals in general, and you go wreak havoc and steal money.
It looks really
Great.
fun. Like I've seen
Yeah.
gameplay on it. I used to watch every time there's a new, there's this guy. I like watching Minecraft sometimes. So there's this guy Pause and Pause. He came out with a Payday series, and I literally it was awesome. I haven't played the game yet, but I watched all the first Payday. I watched all of those gameplay, and then that game looks so fun. I've always wanted to play it. I don't know. But it looks really, really fun.
It's a lot of fun. But good luck trying to find it on the Xbox. It took me 4 days to find this game. I was calling I even called GameStop's people. Newsflash, I called GameStop's.
Time alert!
Holy crap. And all they had was their pre-orders. I didn't pre-order this game because I just discovered it a couple weeks ago. And it was Best Buy doesn't have it. Target, Walmart, nowhere
You don't
over
have to
here
call.
had this game. And GameStop, though, they came through. I'll be honest here. They came through in the clutch.
I should actually go down to GameStop later today and get that then.
Yeah.
Cause
Call ahead first because...
Yeah, true. But I still might buy another game. So I don't know. I'll just go down there.
Yeah. But here's another plug for you guys. Me and Whackmed and soon to be Oyster will be playing a lot of this game, and we're going to be putting great videos. I've got one. It'll be out on Monday, yesterday, when you guys watch this. So check it out. The game's so much fun. This is just all in all a plug for Payday 2. Jazz, any thoughts on Payday 2, or do you know anything about it?
I watched one guy, you probably know him, TBNR Frags, and I watched him play the first Payday, but he plays it on PC, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I watched that, and it looked like a really fun game. But then he stopped posting videos on it for a little bit, so I kept looking for it, so I just forgot about it eventually. But yeah, I definitely think it's a pretty cool game.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. I just like the realistic factor that comes into it.
Yeah. There's
It might-
a lot of that.
Yeah.
No, come on. The cops are on you in 30 seconds.
Oh,
I said,
yeah,
I got a
sure.
video coming out about
Sure.
some of the realism fact, the strategy realism.
That's what I'm talking about.
Dead
That's
on.
what I mean.
That's
The
what
realism,
that's
if-
what I was going towards.
If you trip an alarm, cops are there in 20 seconds. Really? I don't know how high your tax rate is that you have cops on every street corner, but not around here. Is all I'm saying. You don't have that kind of response around here. So not only that, there's 8 cops on duty in my whole county at one time.
Wow.
You're not gonna get that kind of response if you rob a bank around here. They got nobody to send.
Oh, and probably they don't have very much money in the banks where you're in your
it's a
parts.
bank. They're still required to cover a certain amount of capital that they have to keep on hand.
Yeah, they have to
But,
keep a certain percentage in the bank. I know.
Right, and I mean, so you can argue that since we have less people per capita, there would be less money in each bank. So it's I don't know. I'm not seeing millions and millions in certain banks and not in others. I don't know how it works out. So I just stay out of all of it. But still, if you can get past the 8 cops we've got in our county, you can get away.
And you might even find a gold bar.
Might even find a gold
No,
bar.
you won't. You're not going to find a gold bar unless you break into safe boxes. You can get lucky.
Which takes forever in this game, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
It does.
I
It
see it,
does.
and it takes a long time. Like every single time I watch it, they're all like flipping out. They're like, "Oh my god, it's taking forever."
Well, from what I understand, this was Bonfire. Were you in the game the other night when I was getting some background from Monkey? Was saying that it was made by some college kids. The first one was made by some college kids just for fun.
I was not.
Okay, from what I have a source that said that he did some research, so take this with a grain of salt, but supposedly the first game was made by college kids for fun. They just made the game, and that's what everyone played as PayDay. They picked up some sponsorship. They made a studio. Do you know the name of the studio that produced?
I think it's Overkill.
I think that's right. That sounds right. So Overkill is a company now. They're not a AAA company. They're not those game creators. And I think this is their only game. And so they've created this game, and I've already found some huge major issues with this game that really need to be addressed. But they're getting AAA attention for having spent not tons of money in developing this game. And that's hugely a positive, in my opinion. And there are some negatives that come along with not being able to program for a AAA audience. So, I mean, like, just to let you in on a little sneak peek, I've had the game crash on me 3 times.
Wow.
Like, the game crashed, the Xbox locks up, which is, the game crashes, your Xbox locks up. You can hit the button in the middle, and it won't bring up the menu that the game has crashed. Or the system has crashed, but usually the game causes the system to crash. I've had the game crash 3 times, and there's other major problems like that. However, that usually happens in weird moments, and like when you're trying to open a menu and there's a couple of other things going on. But it's infrequent. It's worth the $40. Go buy this game because I want next generation PayDay 3. I want Overkill to have a phone call from I don't know who would help them that would look good. Maybe Valve? Ubisoft is kind of out of their genre, so I could see maybe Ubisoft picking it up, needing a good shooter.
It's hard to call the game strictly a shooter, though, because it's more strategy, I feel like.
Yeah, but it is a first-person vantage point, and there is a
Yeah,
lot of shooting.
I know that.
Just, I want to see this done on a AAA level.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And I think that would be just wow.
And I think what you just described is like, it's an indie game gone right.
Yes.
Because it started out as an indie game. The reason why Payday the Heist, the first one, was able to be so successful is through digital distribution. Got on the PlayStation Network, got on the PC, through Steam, and just people loved it. It blew up, and it spread out for a good price. I think it's $20 or less. And they showed the success with this wonderful game, Payday 2. And I love it. So
anything you can do, I can do better.
And I do have a video about
this
indie
game now.
games just talking about why it's good to support these types of games. And for $40, $39.99, you can't go wrong for a brand new game that's going to give you hours and hours of replayability.
Hours of pleasure.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go down and get this.
Also, I believe, I'm going to call him out here, Whackmed might be streaming this game tomorrow. So
I'm looking for people to play with. I have Monkey got the game. There was 2 people that told me if I didn't get this game that they would divorce me from their life. Not that we're together, but just tell me to go away for a little while. One of them sitting beside me right now. The other one is Monkey, and Monkey works late night on Wednesday nights. So he gets off at midnight, I think, and that's going to be 9 o'clock your time. Maybe late night stream because I'm off on Thursday.
You heard it, folks.
Maybe so. If we can get, I don't know, if you give me 600 widgets, we're going to make this happen. Like, I don't know. I played till 1 o'clock last night, and I was like, oh, man. Or maybe it was midnight. I just remember.
I think you got off
going,
shortly after midnight.
Cow. Didn't even realize that we'd gotten that far.
So, follow him on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. And check out the stream. It's going to be glorious.
So,
It's gonna be
Bondfire
good.
and Monkey and I need people to play this game with.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Fun times. Had by all. But
Well, one last announcement before we wrap up the show.
oh, wait. We got another something.
That's what I said. One last announcement. So this week, we got Call of Duty Ghosts. Yes, we've covered that. We also got another big game coming out. Grand Theft Auto 5 revealed their multiplayer. And holy crap. Looks friggin' amazing. Anybody? Somebody.
Yeah,
Tell me
the
how awesome it
graphics
looks.
have improved like so much compared to GTA 4, and like, I mean, once in a while I'll go on Xbox, I'll just play some GTA 4 with a bunch of friends. We have fun, but I mean, the game is really fun, GTA 4, and then I go look at GTA 5, and I'm just like, just come on already. Like, I just want to play. Like, the game looks so sick. How they made everything, the graphics a lot better, and they made like things a lot easier. Like the shooting factor, how you can crouch behind things, and I like the fact that like you can like rob banks now. It's pretty
Yes.
cool. It's really cool overall, and like the jet factor too that they didn't have in GTA 4.
Blackman, have you watched the trailer?
No.
That's
I
unfortunate.
disagree with the premise of Grand Theft Auto 5.
Wow.
I don't find anything about the game appealing because of, and maybe I've got the wrong game in my head, but to heal yourself, you have sex with a prostitute, and then if you want to get your money back, you just kill her. Is that the same game, Grand Theft Auto 4?
I actually think that's GTA 3.
Yeah, that's GTA
Yeah, that's
3.
GTA 3.
Like,
But-
you have to get your health back by having sex with a hooker.
That GTA 4 to get your health back,
I
you just
mean,
like go up to a
the
vendor or
novelty for
something.
some people is what it is to them, but for me that's just not my deal. I hope you enjoy your game.
Well, I mean, I see where you're
I
coming
still
from.
recommend you check it out.
Yeah, you
And
definitely should,
here's
though.
why. The multiplayer, it looks like an MMO. Now, if you don't like MMOs, that's fine, but you can do just about whatever you want in this multiplayer. You can buy planes, you can buy a house, you can go rob banks with your friends, you can play your traditional multiplayer types like Team Deathmatch, Free-for-all, those types of things. You can also do various activities like play tennis, you can golf, you can race cars, boats, ATVs, numerous things. So, I mean, this is so many multiplayer games in one. It's ridiculous. And
Yeah.
stay tuned on my channel because I'm going to have so many just random awesome videos of this game because I cannot wait for it. Cannot wait for it. And by the way, when you do watch the trailer, Whackman, just know that that's PS3 it's being played on.
No, I've always talked to me and my brothers have always talked about, and just me and like whoever have always talked about just wanting a game that is real life where you can do whatever you want in. Say you want to be a professional race car driver, you can go race cars. You could drive your car to the race or drive like whatever, go to the racetrack and race. You could do whatever you want, and I feel like this game could be as close as you can get to that, which would be great because that's what I've always wanted. It's just a game that is real life. If you want to have a job, doing that, it's a mix of like The Sims with a lot more features. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sims, you can do that. You can do certain things, but it's, a little kind of dumbed down, I'd say.
Also,
yeah, not too
you
bad.
can get a submarine. You can go
Yeah.
underwater.
Yeah, that
You kidding me? You want a submarine?
and
Go
you
for
could,
it.
like you could literally
I want a
improve
submarine.
so much.
That's something that's missing from. I'm not trying to cut off your Grand Theft Auto talk, so I'll hold
That's
it.
fine.
But that's
Go
something
ahead.
that's missing from from Xbox and I think from PlayStation. I don't want to speak for PlayStation, but maybe just from consoles in general. There's no submarine games, man. Submarines are awesome. And I guess it's because it takes more controls. You need more control, or you need to be able to switch through menus. Maybe the Kinect can help you get there.
Oh, but not everyone's going to have it.
Console room, rudder room, torpedo room.
Oh,
move me here, and you push the buttons, and there's no submarine games, man. I want to say there's not very many airplane games.
There's one submarine game that I know of.
Okay,
and it's called Steel Diver for the Nintendo 3DS. I don't know. It's like really popular. It's got touchscreen controls, but
Holy Diver.
Steel Diver. There it is.
Steel Diver.
Never played it.
A real-time naval battling game would be great.
Real-time mass naval battling game.
Yeah.
So like a real-time strategy type game, like overhead view?
Well, you can do strategy, but how about this? Is that if there are a bunch of us, like there's 6 on each team, or just say 5 on each team, so that it doesn't sound more like COD.
Kind of like World of Tanks.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Maybe it starts out as this. When I buy the game, I'm a destroyer captain, a lowly destroyer captain, and I work my way up to a battleship dude, or I work my way up to an aircraft carrier guy.
World of Tanks with boats.
I've never played World of Tanks. Is that what it is? I may have to check that out.
You start out with like a kind of like a crappy tank. It's a PC game only, but it's free to play.
Actually, it's coming to Xbox.
It came to Xbox.
It's coming to the Xbox.
Coming to the Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they've got the beta where you can sign up now.
Yeah.
Coming free to play to Xbox, as a matter of fact.
There you go. I love the free to play model.
But anyway, so you start out with like a kind of like a old World War II kind of tank-ish thing, and then you like you can upgrade that tank, or you can buy other tanks by winning money in matches, and they have like it's kind of like search and destroy, but if your tank is blown up, you lose. There's no respawning. So, it's similar to that.
Does Accolade still make games? Accolade used to make a lot of wartime games like that.
I have no idea.
Oh, I think they have planes now, too. Like, it's similar to World of Tanks, but with planes.
World of Planes.
No idea.
World of Planes.
But I'd be willing to try this tank game.
Trains, planes, and automobiles.
Yeah, I used to play it. It's pretty fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, whenever I just don't feel like playing Xbox, I'll just play like a PC game for fun or something. It's pretty fun.
That's one thing. There's a few PC games I want to try out.
You should try Rome Total War. You should do it.
I heard a lot of people love that game.
Rome
I don't
2
know even what's
is
it
coming
out.
out.
Rome 2 is coming out.
I like medieval Total War. I got Rome Total War. It wasn't my thing. I didn't want to see like my player move. I wanted to just move it like chess or more like Risk.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about Total War? The series, Total War series, Bonfire Dreams?
No, I don't.
It's
real-time military.
Picture
Heard
Risk.
of it.
Half of the game is played like Risk, the board game Risk.
Yep, I know Risk.
And that's half the game. You move your armies, you move one space at a time, 2 spaces. You get boats, and you can move them across oceans. And then the other side of it is when you attack someone, it takes you to an in-game real-time strategy. So you have
archers and cavalry and stuff,
cavalry,
you're moving them around, and like you're making your cavalry flank or whatever, and you actually tell them where you want to go or where you want them to attack.
They do the swinging and the shooting and the clubbing and all that stuff on their own. So you have to train them and make them good soldiers. But it's really more about the direction your legionnaires come in on the cavalry to attack them.
Hammer and anvil, which is like a kind of like a military strategy where you have your infantry go head to head with another infantry, and then you have your cavalry swing around the back and smack them in the back, and that usually is what everybody does in the game.
So it's a real-time strategy game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun, I think.
There's a game like that, but it's like a first person. It's Chivalry Medieval Warfare. Have you guys ever heard of that?
I've heard of it. I watched.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of gameplays on it, and like, cause I don't know. I mean, like what you guys are talking about, it's pretty much like that, but it's more first person, and you control everything. Just that single guy, and you could pick to be like a really powerful guy with a huge sword, or just a guy that like has a bow and arrow, and stuff like that.
I want to be the guy with a bow and arrow. Somebody with a huge sword.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
pretty cool.
I've never been good at real-time strategy games. I used to love it, like Command and Conquer back in the day. I loved that game, and a couple of the sequels they had. But
It's a
I don't know.
PS1 game, was it not?
I think it started on PC, but I think it came to PlayStation.
It's on Xbox.
Drop
I have it.
and
I have
Xbox
Command and
now.
Conquer. I have one of the 3 Command and
I
Conquer.
think it's Command
3.
and Conquer. Yeah, Command and Conquer 3 came out for the 360 or something
Yeah.
like that.
I have that game.
But I don't know. I've just never been really good at this. So I played StarCraft a lot though too. I remember that game. That was fun, but I don't know. They're not my game types, but they can be fun. So,
For sure.
well, does anyone else have anything else to pitch in?
Nope.
Wow, sweet. So, Dreams is here with us. Check out his work. Make sure you give him a look-see on his channel. What's your channel name?
Go Dreams Go.
Go Dreams Go. And I mean, he's the one that made my intro. Love it. Always check out Jazz. It's always nice to have him show back up on the show when he's able to make it. Again, Tactical Oyster should be back next week. He's illin'. Somehow he be illin'. So that's where he's at. For Bondfire and myself, it's good to have you here. Go check out our channels. Go see what it is that we're playing. We've been playing a lot of games together now, and that's really enjoyable. We'll be back for you next Tuesday with another episode of 3-Bar Exploits. Remember, you can tweet at us in the meantime using the hashtag 3-Bar Exploits. Thank you to Strictly Business Gaming. That's a mouthful. Have a great day.
That's what she said.
Oh, no. That's staying in
man.
there.
That was freaking awesome. That's got to be in the video because that is good.